Hello everybody, welcome back to wolfeei Extras. Today is going to be the Reddit Roundup number 12. Today, it's a little early, it's like a day early. This is also my second time recording because I forgot to shout something out at the start. I'm going to be live by the time this video is up, probably, reacting to the MCC teams. And also talking about it a little bit before and after. So if you want to hang out on stream, link will be in the description, twitch.tv/wolfeei, come hang out. Alright, that's my shout out for today. Then, MCC Reddit Roundup. I've already looked at these, so my reaction might be different. I've also seen a lot of these already. Beat up 200% win rate, Trueless Unites. Plays one half cannon event. I need to turn the music down. Plays one half cannon event, wins, never seen again, 200% win rate, refuses to elaborate. Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously it's a joke, but B-dubs could return. I think only for a quote-unquote non-canon event, and probably not for Pride, maybe for Pride. Depends on who they can get for Pride, like, because it should be a platform for all the LGBTQ curators in MCC to at least get in, plus maybe a few more if possible, depending on who is interested, who is available, etc. And obviously high viewership is important for that as well, because it's for charity. But maybe if there's a for fun MCC event soon-ish, which is like supposed to be actually for fun, where the teams are more for fun, lower scoring, whatever, etc., right? I could see B-dubs return. And I would love to see B-dubs return, because B-dubs is great. Next up, Anvan has broken the Ace Race practice server record. He sure has, by quite a bit. Obviously, we're talking less than a second. We're talking about like half a second here, but still. Very impressive. Very good job, Ant Venom. Shane also creeping up. This time is already incorrect because he actually beat that by 0.8 seconds. I was live there. I was talking random crap during it. But yeah, Ant Venom broke Callum's record of like a year, so that's crazy. I might also skip some of the posts just because I've already seen them. But you can also look at the Reddit yourself if you want to. Was I the last one to find this out? Me when I found out Pete's real name is Brandon? Impossible. Yeah, no, was something that was interesting to find out at some point in my life when I was a Pizza Hut viewer, that his name is not Pete. But everyone still calls him Pete. And he's fine with it, so I guess it works out. This is why you don't miss the Fire Birthday streams. I think I already covered this, but this is Scott talking about some info. We're going to see more of that on the Reddit Roundup, because yesterday was a fun day. That one coin could make a big difference. Purple gets an extra coin because of rounding error. People who watch Pink Pride 21. Yeah, that one was really close, right? It's unfortunate that they didn't make it, but it made for really good content and a really good story. Scar leaks of these in MCC 31. I don't know if I've already covered this. I covered this on stream. Not sure if I covered this on the second channel yet, but basically he says, "Hey guys, have you seen the teams? I'm excited for my team." That's it. Surely this means Fire Breathman's in MCC 31, B or B need to go redo MCC teams to nerf you more. Yeah, I mean, we can probably assume Shane's in. Shane is one of Scott's husbands. Also, I imagine Shane is benched for Pride unless there is a team of 3 weak players that need a cracked player, in which I will manifest Fire Breathman. If Ludwig, Valkyrie, Saikuno are sitting there, or Jacksepticeye or whatever, right? If they're sitting there as a trio and they're like, "Oh, we need a big strong man to carry us around the event," I'm just saying, Fire Breathman made for that job. He literally put on the planet just to carry big streamers in MCC Pride. Yep, put him there. Happy birthday, Harvey. It's a couple days late, but happy birthday. You probably won't see this, but happy birthday. Scott and Shane's chat about inviting new people in. I don't know if this is easy to read. I might have to open this on the thing. This is something that a lot of people have been talking about because it gives us a little bit of insight on newcomers that a lot of people didn't know yet, even though this kind of makes sense. I mean, not kind of. It makes a lot of sense, what Scott's saying here, but a lot of people didn't know that yet. So, we were talking, because I was in stream with Shane. This is in Shane's chat. I was in stream with him, and before, actually, I should state as well, on my stream, Scott also came in chat and also gave a bunch of info, which is, I mean, that's cool. Gave me a lot more to talk about, which is nice. But yeah, Scott yesterday gave a bunch of info to both my chat and to Shane's chat. And yeah, the Reddit was eating good yesterday, and probably still eating good today and tomorrow. depending on what the order of team announcements is. So yeah, very good. But here Scott talks about newcomer stuff. So what he says is, I kind of scope people out before I invite / let people in, which makes sense. Obviously, if he isn't too familiar with someone, or even if he is, he just wants to make sure that they will fit in the event. So he just kind of looks around, see what look at what the people do and what they're like, etc., which makes sense. That's good. I just lurk in streams to get vibes. Obviously makes sense. It makes sense because MCC is a streamed event. I think the community is mostly Twitch streaming sided, with obviously a good chunk of people being YouTube streamers or YouTubers, but it's mostly Twitch, so it makes sense to just look at the streamer side for the most part, because that's the highest likelihood of someone fitting in nicely. Watch some of your stuff before I invited you. This is talking about Shane, which makes sense because, I mean, Shane was a relatively new concept, I think, as a player, because he isn't really in, or he currently kind of is getting to like a point where he can be considered in a group. But before he was in MCC, he was not in any groups that were like big, like no Dream SMP, no Hermits, no etc. whatever, right? All the bigger groups that people know of. So he's just he was at least a little unfamiliar. Big name recognition, but still, you get my point. Someone says, at Wolfie plus Scott. Guys, I appreciate it, right? I appreciate everyone vouching. I don't want to force anything. I don't want to make it get annoying. Just, if it happens, it will happen. We will not be forcing anything. If Scott's there, I would appreciate if people hold back a little. Obviously, it's fine if people are like, oh, you should add Wolfie, whatever, right? It's okay, but try to keep it a little casual and don't try to force it, because I don't want it to get annoying. Because obviously, from Scott's perspective, he probably sees this every single day, and I don't want anything to not be good. I don't really know how to word it, but just try to not force it too much, guys. We cannot manifest my way into MCC. That's not how it works. I also have some mutual opinions to get ideas of vibes. Totally makes sense. I mean, if you hypothetically, if Scott wants to invite let's just say person B, and he has person A who is good friends with person B, but he also knows person A really well, he can ask person A about person B, and then person A can tell Scott, like, hey, this is a cool person, or whatever. You get my point. It makes a lot of sense, alright? This doesn't need too much explanation. This just makes sense. So yeah, good. Thanks, Scott, for the info. I think the Reddit will be munching on that for a little while. It makes sense. For anyone curious, for Block Wars, we have not gotten to a point where this is necessary, because most people we have added are already familiar to us to an extent, at least. I have looked at some people a little bit who I wasn't too familiar with, but not as much as is needed for MCC, because the standards for MCC are a little higher, just because Block Wars is a little bit more loose when it comes to newcomers, because obviously we have added like 10 newcomers for like 3 seasons in the past 5, where in MCC people are happy if it's 1 or 2 or whatever, right? It's been a year since we got this last had this duo. It feels like it's not been a year, but it has. All I'm saying is bring back Fruit and Green as well. I think that one's been away for a longer time. I'm desperate. Just bring it back. Fruit and Green is too good of a duo. I love it. Too good of a duo. Miwa and Shovel's perfect MCC record was ruined because of Japan. I'll never forgive the Japanese. I mean, it is unfortunate. Funnily enough, I think a lot of people have missed MCC recently, at least because of Japan. I say a lot, it's probably like 5, but still, that's quite a few. It's like, there's a lot of reasons you could miss an event, and being in Japan while the event's running is one that I wouldn't expect to be very common. MCC, Are You Sleeping? Yes, MCC 30 was the first time Captain Sparkle's team won a round of Sky Battle. I checked. I'm pretty sure that is correct. Which is really interesting. I guess it took Sapnap to make it happen. BattleBox then versus now. Remember this guy? This is him now. Feel old yet? Yeah, I really didn't even think about it, but they replaced shears with pickaxes. I guess it's more intuitive. But still, I mean, I guess both work. One thing that I did point out in my previous recording is the pickaxe. If there was like a version of battle box that is ranged only, like extraction, for example, and you have a pickaxe, that could be a melee weapon. Just saying, if anyone's in the event and needs strats, I'm here. Look at me. I'm looking at an item from Minecraft and telling you to use it. Very good, right? Amount of times a player's team has won Meltdown. Captain Sparkle's sweep. Jordan's the best. No way. No. Jordan's team has won 3 times already in a. Is that? Wait, is that the entirety of Meltdown or just a round? If it's a round, that's impressive. If that's an entire Meltdown, that's very impressive. I imagine this might be the entirety of Meltdown, which is crazy. Now with the click of his finger, he can summon the powers of all 6 at the same time. Martin, Wisp, H-Bomb, Timmy, Owen, Shane. Scott collecting husbands. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are like the husband Infinity Stones to Scott, the Infinity Husbands. I think I mean, it's a really fun, like, half joke, whatever, right? I think it's really funny. The only person on this list of 6 that's not in MCC yet is Owen. I mean, he played once, but I feel like he'd be a good ad. I don't know if he's willing to. I think he is allowed to technically, because I don't think. I mean, it would make sense. I feel like it would be a little silly for Owen to not be allowed in because he just fits really nicely. But you know, not my choice to make. First player to break the CPK dominance in years. S-Tier is breaking the record for event Ace Race maps. Ant Venom breaking the record for the Ace Race practice server. Crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. This talks about it as well. I could feel the comeback already. This is this is the live team for the upcoming Block Wars for this weekend, actually. That is very soon. It's in 2 days. I didn't even realize that. People have been calling this team weak. I don't think it is. It could be. Thank you, whoever followed me on Twitch. It could be. It could not be. I'm excited to see how this team will do. I think they'll have good chemistry. I think they'll work very nicely. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they'll do on the battlefield. The last 3 are in major trouble if they mean what we think they mean. Scott, did you actually expect that I wouldn't get mad if you talk about the unreleased teams? Kinda. Scar Shadun and maybe Gumi, 5-Up, and Ryan Higa. The last 3 has been confirmed, not true. Pretty sure they're playing in a Twitch Rivals, which is not MCC. That's just a thing that happened to be on the same time, and people got it confused, including me. Well, actually, so the way I said this on stream as well. The way I take things is, if anything is a rumor, depending on if there's a little bit of evidence or proof, I will take it as fact just because it gives me something to talk about. So there's a lot of things that I have thought in the past were true that ended up not being true, which is totally fine. But it means we have something to talk about, which is always good, because people have been complaining that the Reddit has always been dead, and, you know, I'm here to help out. I know a couple of things. Bad news, guys. MCC 31 already happened 12 years ago. We missed it. Oh my god, no way! That's crazy. Shane plus the color purple needs to be nerfed. This is going to be the last post I look at, unless the other one talks about me, but it probably doesn't. Yeah, Shane plus... he won PB last weekend. He's teamed with Purpled for next Block Wars. He won twice on Purple Pandas, I think. He has not won on Purple Pelicans, I think, but he has won... whatever that is outside. He has won on a purple color in Block Wars in the past. So yeah, he could be really good. What's next? Yeah, I don't care. Thank you all for watching the Reddit Roundup. Make sure to hop in the Twitch chat if you enjoyed, and I will be here to talk more. All right, bye.